Hey, what's up guys? This video is going to be on GU shorts that Cheddar took. He ended up getting 10R on it. He's very elaborate and detailed in terms of the structural and the liquidity markups that he puts out. So if you're interested in learning the good old SMC way and start passing challenges, just schedule a Zoom with us. There's a link in the about section, and yeah, enjoy.
So here's a daily area
Hmm.
that's at the extreme of this weekly extreme.
Well,
Just a
we
little
haven't
bit of
gotten
us.
there.
Yeah, this is a little bit of supply chain. If are we gonna get here? We don't know.
True. Yep.
That's yet to be determined. But we have tapped into the weekly, so that's this push up here,
Hmm.
and then there's this little sweep of this guy.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep.
So if you consider this as a demand reaction flip,
Hmm.
we just swept that flip.
Yeah. Yep.
So as soon as that got ran, we got this pullback.
Mhm.
Now the pullback, you can see it on the 4H. This is the whole idea behind these shorts. Now, just to see where we are on this swing, let's see. Looks like we hit below the EQ here.
Hmm. Yep.
And is it going to go lower or deeper? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
mean,
Yep.
if she pivots from here and goes up, then that is probably as far as she's going to pull back.
Hmm.
But if she pulls back pretty deep, we can still short it.
Yep.
No
Yep.
problem. Right now we got these like relatively equal lows here.
Hmm.
And this is not really hitting anything specific on the 4H. I mean,
Only under 15. Yep.
there's this little flip area here,
Hmm. But
but it
not yet.
hasn't touched it yet.
Yep.
So I'd be curious if it's going to come here, which would go deeper below the EQ
Hmm.
and potentially give us something new.
Yeah, if that it's gonna be a sweep, then it's probably gonna do it before London or right around London, right? Possibly, or even in New York,
Hmm.
and yeah, take that underneath it. So,
So a few things that could happen.
hmm.
Let's say we come down here,
Yep.
see if we can take out probably some levels in here,
Hmm.
sweep it, maybe come back, get our floor,
Hmm.
start targeting these IRLs here
Hmm.
to potentially hit the daily, see how that goes.
Hmm. Right. Right.
So that's like a bullish scenario. Just come in somewhere deeper and then continue.
Yep.
Um, well, that's weird.
Why?
I was trying to get that off the screen.
Oh.
Back arrow. So, oh man, I just saw some lightning outside.
Oh, it's a storm coming, huh?
Yeah,
Seriously. Oh.
and I can hear it now. Oh, this is the same time we were talking about it might happen. So, anyways, we got these equal lows here. They
Uh-huh.
don't the market does not have to run these, by the way.
Hmm.
We
True.
can pivot from here.
Yep.
So basically the concept for the short for New York was based off this and then order flow on a 4H shifting
Hmm.
bearish. So we
Right.
come back.
Also, show me those LPOD and LPOS that you marked up because it was interesting
Yep.
when you had on that markup. Hmm.
See here, we stop.
Yep.
We hit this inside bar,
Hmm.
pivots, sweep some of these wick eyes,
Yes.
and then we break right here.
Hmm.
So here's the thing.
Hmm.
This was the last range. So
Yes.
we come into it inside bar.
Hmm.
This I have marked up. So we hit just near the beginning of that. Now I'm going to
Yep.
switch to my other chart. That's the basis of this whole trade.
Mm,
Those two key areas, the break of
mhm.
this 4H swing,
Right. Hmm.
giving us our higher high,
Hmm.
and then tapping into the weekly with that sweep of the flip zone,
Hmm.
giving us our first initial reaction.
Hmm.
Then comes into this inside bar, which is this is a range on the lower time frames.
Hmm.
Pivots, just runs a little bit of liquidity here, shoots straight down, takes out that pivot demand.
Okay, so shorting from this price level, right? It is aligning with high time frame narrative, right?
Which one exactly?
Weekly
Oh,
bearish
this
order
one?
flow. Yes, so shorting from there or somewhere that from there that area. Would it be lining up with the weekly then? Can you say that?
Yeah, you could say at this moment on the weekly that we first have, see this low?
Hmm.
That's COVID lows, right? So
Yes.
we take COVID lows and we finally initiate a pullback first time.
Hmm.
Thing was, you never knew when this pullback was going to happen. It just ended up finally happening.
Hmm. Yep.
So like look at this area here, this low. I mean this broke this last range
Hmm.
and then it pulled back right away. Look at that pullback.
Yeah, that's big. Hmm.
And then over here, it broke pretty far past the low.
Yes.
And so you didn't know when it was going to actually pull back. Then it finally started. So inside of inside of this idea here that right here we start getting order flow shifting on the 4H
Hmm.
and daily.
Right.
Daily structure is going to be bullish. 4H
Hmm.
is bullish,
Yep.
but weekly is bearish.
Hmm.
We got this inside bar here on the weekly. This is what we're tapping into right now, and we're reacting.
Yep.
Plus, we have a little structural liquidity sweep or internal liquidity sweep on that flip
Flip.
zone,
Yep.
which I think you could see it better on the daily.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about how the order flow is you know, pertaining to the daily and the 4 hour, but you just answered my question. So
Yep,
yep.
that one we get right here. We just go in this high, this low,
Hmm.
break this high, pull back, take this high, comes up. There is this little inside bar kind of doji candle here.
Where? What?
I'll show you. There's this one right here.
Oh, okay.
Now, originally I had this as let me see on the 4H.
Mm,
It's just a little area of demand.
yep.
So it's not like real big swing like these other ones here, but marked it up because price may react to it.
Hmm.
And so here we have this is all daily at 4H
Yep.
coming from the bottom.
Hmm.
So demand clearly in control in all of this. See how these extreme lows never get ran,
Hmm. Yep.
and then the highs keep getting run.
Yep.
As soon as these demands start to get run,
Hmm.
then we can confidently
Sure.
potentially hold better
Hmm.
to run all this internal range liquidity here.
Yep.
It'd be like a big void filled.
Yep.
And an example of that would be this right here is getting
Hmm.
filled all this liquidity.
It almost looks like a Batman sign.
Oh, some people call it Doritos.
Oh, oh yeah, that too.
So let's go to today's session here.
Yep.
So real quick, just the idea was basically tapping into a higher time frame mitigation
Hmm.
and then seeing the order flow shifting
Hmm.
on the 4H.
Yep.
and then having a pullback and price hold, and then take out another level of demand.
So it's aligned to it's a weekly. So the 15-minute was aligning with the weekly. That's pretty much what was happening, and you took the trade off of it.
Yep, you could actually say this 4H pullback
Hmm.
is aligned with weekly,
Okay, pullback itself.
and then
All
the
right.
15 is aligned with 4H.
Hmm.
So, like, we don't know if this is the top,
Yeah, we don't know yet. Yep.
but let's say it is. So it makes sense. Like 4H aligns with weekly.
Hmm.
Then we just need daily to align with weekly because this is all daily stuff.
Oh yeah.
So then you'll have all timeframes aligned,
Hmm.
and you can pretty much hold better.
Gotcha.
So right now we are like this. This is counter to the daily and 4H
Hmm.
swing.
Yep.
So it's a pullback, but the 15 is pro trend, pro order flow to the 4H pullback.
Hmm.
So this is why you can play these pullbacks.
Got it. Got it. Well, you got to be careful with where you take the profits. Like today, you got out just at the right level, pretty
Yep.
much.
I'll show you also how I managed it because it was
Okay.
counter trend,
Yep.
and we didn't know what price was going to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
I did want to take out that. I did want to take this out though.
Hmm.
Um,
The low.
I really wanted this gone.
Yeah.
Didn't happen, but that's okay. It's counter trend.
Hmm. Yeah.
So now let's go here to the new charts. So here I got this circle.
Hmm.
This one is that first tap to that supply of that inside
Yes.
bar in the forage. That was the origin of the break here.
Uh-huh.
So now I'm going to go ahead and show you where that is. I'm just going to copy it. Watch.
Hmm.
Copy paste. It's going to be right here, I bet. Yep, there it is.
Hmm.
So that's this one. All right, so I'm tracking this guy right now. All right. As far as, oh, you want to do 15? Okay, let's look at the 15 right here. So here's the high,
Yep.
the new high. Is our previous higher low.
Hmm.
All right, so then we'll break this swing here, pulls up. Then we start to have supply take control here. So we have some of these internal demand levels.
Hmm. Yep.
They get ran and we get these pullbacks, but the pullbacks do not continue higher.
Hmm.
So supply is clearly in control here.
Yep.
Even this guy's used as liquidity here on this bigger pullback.
Hmm.
So I got this chain holding here. And let me go back. So then we push down real hard right here.
Hmm.
This was, I think, the beginning of the week. This was this was
Let's
the
go
entry.
over this one
I was trying to get that.
in a separate video. Let's go
Yeah,
over that. Yeah.
but that was a monster one. That's like I don't know, 170 pips.
Yep. Yep.
That's nothing compared to this one. I think this one is about 70 pips, maybe
Yeah. It
60.
didn't. It didn't move too much.
Yep.
Today.
That's why I was upset about that one. This has the same entry model as this one
Oh, really?
with similar concept. See this
Sweet.
equal highs here?
Yep.
Just remember this. Remember these equal highs here. This guy coming up.
Hmm.
This is the demand reaction and failure. And then we have a sweep of the reaction
Hmm.
and then a continuation down. So you can get in on some of these on the lower time frames.
Right. Right.
There's some LPOD stuff in here, but this is like pretty textbook stuff here.
Mm.
Now, fast forward to today. Let's go ahead and set that up.
Mhm. The replay.
Yep, I got it. Let's get this out of the way. I deleted too much stuff here. That's okay. Okay, so see this little doji?
Yes.
This is a flip zone.
Hmm.
Now, you don't see it on a 15M, but I was looking at this and it was the last reaction to this demand before the demand failed.
Hmm.
And that's after touching into this 4-inch higher time frame supply. After this pullback, after this break of this low,
Hmm.
pulls down, pulls back. So this pullback is pretty nice. So almost right here in the top of the medium, almost up here halfway to the premium, almost
Yep.
the top.
Almost 75%. Yeah.
Then we come back. There is this demand reaction here. You can only see it on the, I think it was the
5.
5. Right here. Bam.
Okay.
Then it takes it out.
Mm.
Got a lot of, okay, here we go. So here's the thing. When this happened, I wanted to see price come up here
Mm.
and give me a has supply hold.
Okay.
So let's go ahead put this up here. So now we have this little sweep here. So let me start adding this stuff. Oops, not that one. This one. Okay, so this one here
Hmm.
pulls back. Let's make sure I got this right. Comes up. Doesn't take this out yet. Doesn't come up here yet.
How about the low?
This low?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything you marked up here?
this low, it did sweep it.
Hmm.
So here's the thing about this sweep here.
Hmm.
The the deal is this, I want to see this low here, see if it'll take out this high.
Okay.
If it fails to take out this high, then shorts are most likely going to be good.
Hmm.
So we don't know if this is a sweep or a break yet,
Hmm.
but we get a demand reaction here. It's a little wick break, but I think this is about 6:30. So I don't think I was completely up at this time, but I might have been getting close to the charts here. All right, so come up here. Still doesn't take out the flip yet. Still doesn't take out the low.
Hmm.
Now we take it all out. So
Yes.
here's the thing. Let me just can hide this. Okay. See how we're on the 5 minute?
Hmm.
All right. Let me zoom in here. This is my last point of supply. I mean, last point of demand
Hmm.
before the sweep and
Yes.
the mitigation of this supply above.
Hmm.
So if I can take this out, then potentially we're having early indications of order flow shifting and targeting these lows because we are just bearish overall. We got
Right.
supply chain holding.
Hmm.
We got this big pullback into the supply zone. This is a 4H supply zone.
Hmm.
Probably hit something over
Let
here
me
more
let me ask you one more
specific.
thing. So
Yes.
you know how you have the chain marked up pretty much coming from the 4 hour here, right?
Hmm.
But was this enough for you, this one here, enough for you to say that now we're gonna start going bearish? You didn't want anything deeper than this? Or
Well, here's the thing.
hmm.
When we tapped in here,
Hmm.
this demand here
Right.
should have held price to continue bullish.
Okay.
So here was this was the last demand reaction
Hmm.
before the mitigation of this 4H supply.
Okay.
So I had this here marked up. I had this little reaction here and then continued down
Hmm.
with this 15M low.
Okay.
So let me mark this up here. So we wick it. I didn't really have a lot of stuff on here before, but
Got it. Yep. No problem.
so now we come into here. We flip, reaction,
Mhm,
failure, failure, this demand. Now what happens is price comes back up and ranges.
mhm.
So now, uh, overall, I'm already bearish.
Bearish.
So
Right.
I'm looking for shorts
Mhm,
just because coming off the weekly, got the supply chain above,
mhm,
pulled out of this range.
mhm.
So you can say, let me move this over.
So we had a Ofra pretty much, right?
Yes, order flow realignment.
Yes.
The order flow realignment over here was not super clear because of the range,
Because of
but
this one too, maybe, right?
yeah, yeah, it hit that and it just kept failing to take out the high.
Mhm,
So I wanted to see when these equal highs were made and this flip zone didn't sweep liquidity.
mhm.
I was happy to see this wick come up, sweep everything,
Uh-huh.
mitigate some of this extreme area.
Mhm,
Then the only thing I had to start on was this guy. This is the last point of demand before all this.
mhm.
So I put this line here, and then I had just to wait. Actually, let me go into 1M here. All right. So here we get a little bit of demand reaction.
Mm.
Boom. So we take out this first one. So now what I want to know is if I get a pullback, I want to know what's going to happen up here. I
Mhm,
want the at least the extreme to hold to give me the floor. So I can just say here, see if this holds, that's going to be good.
okay.
And look, we got some relatively equal highs here to run too if it does.
Mhm.
Let me see if I have it all marked up. Comes up, boom, sweeps it.
Uh-huh.
See that?
Yep.
So if this takes this high out, then we're still trending higher. And then this was this last point of demand before the mitigation and the sweep basically just got swept
Mhm,
if this continues trending higher. So then I can just say if price was to come back, then I would want to see a demand reaction and a failure. So it'd be something like, let's say this took out this high.
mhm,
I want to see it come here, give me a reaction, potentially sweep something and break,
mhm.
and then look for a setup on that supply.
Okay. Wait.
If it,
Why were you looking for a sweep in this scenario of this one?
I was saying, if price swept this
Uh-huh. If okay.
and wanted to mitigate deeper here,
Uh-huh. Got it.
and like if it's just started to trend higher and higher,
Mhm.
for me to short it, I would have to have different confirmations.
Okay.
I have to have a demand reaction area
Right.
fail before thinking about shorts.
Mhm. Makes sense. Yep.
So basically, at this moment, I need this to hold.
So you had the two scenarios pretty much if you're gonna be shorting in a
Yes.
different sense. Okay.
Yeah. I knew that if this can hold, that'll have my first level respect.
Mhm.
Then I can look for shorts after that.
Yep.
So here, boom. So now we got this sweep.
Mhm.
We sweep these equal highs, we mitigate the extreme wick, and we push out. So that's the first level of respect there.
Mhm.
This is what started the whole thing. So let me turn on
The markups.
oh wait, maybe it's on entry.
Mm.
Oh, maybe I deleted everything. Close this. All right, so come down. So we take out the L pod,
Mhm.
push down. So right here, I have, let me go ahead and hide this. This was all right. So I was tracking one M structure and order flow here. So at the moment, 1M is just realigning with 15M and 4H pullback.
Mhm.
At this moment,
Okay.
after the floor, the sweep of these guys, and then the further break lower. And I'll just play it forward. Okay, so this is potential entry, but
Mhm.
notice how this is like 10.5 pips.
Oh yeah, it looks big. Yep.
So still valid. You just have a bigger stop.
Mhm.
Okay, so now this low is where price pivoted off of. So if this low fails, then we can have more 1M structure. Boom. And
Mhm.
that's more convincing.
Yep.
Even after the floor was valid, it's just more like a waiting for a double confirmation.
Mhm.
So now I mark this up.
Mhm.
So I want to see it pull back and mitigate this. Of course, I'm using different time frames for these areas here. I'll use like this 4M.
Just for the refining the area, the POI, or
Well, on the 1M, look, this is what it looks like. All these
yeah,
candles
that's
here.
clear.
So I
Yep.
wanted to have a clear single candle. So here's where I get that.
Oh
See
yeah.
this one?
Yep.
Comes up and down. So now if we can come up here, then this is also a good POI.
Mhm.
This is 6.8 pips.
Mhm.
So there's your POI. Here's your L pod failure.
Mhm.
Here's your sweep of this guy. Here's your floor mitigation or
Mhm.
respect of this first level, and then the continuation down. So now we're just setting up. Notice how at the same time, after this sweep, order flow is bearish.
Yes.
We have this last point of supply, last point of demand here, not hold price and give a reaction after it fails, and price does not take out the high.
Mhm.
So this is the order flow is shifting, and so the idea is that this may not be a break of structure. This may be just a sweep of liquidity here.
Mhm.
That's the idea here behind all that. And plus, we're looking for shorts anyways because we're bearish overall.
Right.
So let me play it forward here. They come up, tap it right there,
Mhm.
and that's all you get out of that one.
Damn.
Then we break this low. So let me see here. Oh, I must have deleted this line here. So let me take this off. This was here. So just taking out more demand
Mhm.
while supply is in control. So a lot of these little demand reactions, they're just there to generate liquidity. They get ran here. People, you know, try to maybe long it,
Mhm.
especially after.
You could say this is just getting this flip here, right? And then sweeps a little bit, right? We can justify that if it doesn't go further too, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to refine it like that, you can. I just left it like this.
The range is better, yeah, to
Yeah,
be
the
safe.
range,
Yep.
5M range, 6.9 pips on that one. So now we have this break here.
Mhm.
So I think the next one was here. I think it was
Mhm.
this one. Just kind of this extreme area. I think I had it on the
So
2M
maybe.
maybe.
Okay.
Maybe this last candle here.
Okay.
Let me back this up. Just want to hide all this. So we take this low.
Mhm.
And so this would have been valid. This one would have been your, I guess, single confirmation after the floor.
Mhm.
And then this is your like double, or if you count this one, it'll be like your triple
Yeah.
confirmation.
Yep. Conservative, huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I
Mm.
know what you mean. So it comes out there, boom. There you get tagged in.
So you entered there, huh?
Yep, right there. So
Nice.
perfect mitigation. And price is just on the 1M bearish.
Hmm.
and we've failed to continue higher. And at this point, I should have marked this up like this
Yeah,
because these lows are really
liquidity.
weak lows. They really didn't create anything.
Hmm.
They didn't break any swing.
Yep.
They're just sitting here like liquidity to get ran.
Mhm.
I didn't really mark it up like that, but there they are right now.
Either you're gonna use the liquidity or be part of the liquidity to get taken out.
Hmm.
So, yep, yep. So you enter there.
Now this was an interesting candle because it was right as London, shortly after London. I mean, New York
Yeah.
opened.
Okay, hold on. Well, 850. Okay.
Yep. But if you back up, it's
Hmm.
like these are 2M candles. Okay, let's go to 1M. Okay, so I got kind of lucky on this because you see how I pulled it back. I mean,
Hmm.
continue down.
Hmm.
If if this could have happened over here, so I got lucky that this pulled back, meaning
Oh, so you could have maybe not gotten tagged in, you were saying,
yeah,
right?
like see this mitigation here?
Uh-huh.
It could have done this. It could have went like that,
Oh yeah.
and
Yep.
then I would never got in.
Hmm.
So I got in at the very last mitigation
Yeah, lucky. You're
before it
right.
pulled away.
The setup itself is not lucky, but then this that you're talking about, how it could have taken off, that yeah, luck
Yeah,
might have played
because
that.
people are going to short this, right? But
Yeah.
they're not going to give you perfection on everything just to let you get in.
Hmm. Yep, yep. Yeah, it's not going to give you that
Yep.
perfection. You're right. This is good though. Perfect. The whole
So,
narrative. Hmm.
yep, my my break even is obviously after the break of this high.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm sorry,
The
this
low.
low. Yeah,
Yep.
break even models here. So once we take this out, then you can just set your stop loss to break even.
Hmm.
Then my first target was right here. I think this is about 5R.
Hmm. Any partials on that?
Oh, actually, it
50?
was right around here. Right
Oh,
around here. Yeah,
oh.
this I did 50%.
Hmm.
And then I did I think it was at extreme demand. This
Hmm.
was the rest of it. And I had a little tiny bit in there, and when it started pulling back, I just kind of trailed the stop real tight, just
Hmm.
sandwiched it a little bit.
Okay.
And it was not much anyways left anyway. But
Hmm.
it was like 50% here and then most of it right here.
Can I see 15-minute on this right now? So you were targeting the I
This
guess
guy.
the
This is a demand
liquidity.
chain here. I was building a demand chain at the bottom.
Okay.
So like this demand never got ran and it started chaining here. So my
Hmm.
idea was I'm gonna hit this extreme demand.
Hmm.
I wish it would have taken it out, but it didn't. But
Okay.
it reacted pretty strong off of here.
How far does it go within that chain though? Does it
Oh,
just tap it
I'll
or?
show you right now.
Mhm.
All right, so let's go here. Get a little tiny pullbacks. You know, we take all this liquidity, we get a pullback.
Yes. Yep. CBB.
I wasn't worried about this. I was thinking, you know, this thing's gonna run it. It's gonna run it now.
Hmm.
No big deal. That's why I was happy to take this 50% here because in case like it
Yeah.
did
Pulls
kind
all
of,
the way back.
yep,
Yep.
this will get something. Then that.
Hmm.
I was looking for some scalings in here, but I don't have any structure here to play off of. See how
Yeah.
that
Nothing.
imbalance is there?
Yep. That's all
So
there is. Yep.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, even right here, this low doesn't feel quite great yet
Hmm.
until after. So get a
Yeah.
reaction and it pulls down, but then we don't mitigate here.
Yeah. It just goes straight down, right? After
Yep,
this, nothing here. Okay.
yep, right there. Boom.
Oh, it goes pretty far though within that demand. Yeah.
Yep,
But wow. So we stopped there, huh?
yep. Oh, actually, it
Oh.
went more. Yeah, that
Okay.
was it. But I
That's,
was basically like right here
uh-huh.
because you know this thing could just give a super big reaction,
Yeah. Okay.
and then I didn't know it was gonna pull back even more, but that
I
was it.
mean, this demands on it swept liquidity though. I mean, it swept the candle before too, right? On the 15-minute, I
Let me
think.
see.
This one here. Was that significant at all? Not
Um,
really.
yeah, you can say that's a sweep. Let me look at it on the one, see what it looks like broken up. Well, no, it just trends lower. It's
Yeah,
just like lower
that's lower.
lows, lower highs. Just
Mhm.
keeps trending lower.
And we have this, we don't even get any reaction with the supply here on this,
Yeah, no
right?
flip.
Hmm. Interesting.
So it hits like the very extreme of that.
Yeah, very extreme. Yep.
And now that was pretty much into that.
That is a very good trade. I mean, this is as safe as you can get as far as the models go, right? Using the
Yes,
models, and
yes.
I like it.